Eric Mwadhi from Mwadhi.com with a brief observation for DUG, today being March 14th, 2016, a Monday. And here we are looking at the weekly, and I can draw a simple line on the weekly RSI somewhere around there, and it gives us a lot of weekly information. Here we have a move above the blue line for this entry in the ETF. It moves higher, hasn't been back to those levels. Here we had uniform activity touching of that line for the re-entry there. It hasn't been back to those levels, and now it is coming back here early part of March, and we seem to be holding. So on the weekly, here is some visual evidence that as long as that is holding, one can expect some type of a move in the stock, maybe even to gain 10, 20, 30% in the coming weeks. That's a possibility. If we take a look at the daily, we can see here that also the daily is coming back and giving us some perspective as to what the next move might be. As you can see here, there was a nice entry off the lows. We haven't been back to those levels. We can draw a line from here. Should be something like that. Now, the one thing I want to point out here is we can clearly see that there was a period where we had a lower low in the price, but while it was finding support on the green line, there was an improvement. So that was a slight positive divergence, and that led to a nice recovery in the stock or in the ETF, moving it from here all the way to the highs. Right now I see this a repeat of something similar to that. You can see here we went slightly lower in price on a day-to-day closing basis with a slight improvement on the RSI, while at the same time finding support at the green line. So I think around here, with the stock trading at about 63, is somewhere somebody can take a position and ask questions later, because if the charts are telling us there could be a bounce from current levels, the best thing we can do is probe that theory and see whether we get a bounce good enough for 10, 20, 30, maybe 40% in the coming weeks. Eric Mwadhi from Mwadhi.com. As always, good luck, peace, and blessings. EACS.